Welcome into SportsSource.tv. Very appreciative of you being here with us. This segment brought to you by Blue Smoke Cigars. Vol fans for the 11th year in a row won't get to smoke victory cigars after the Alabama game. You had 4 in your days, didn't you?
That's right, 4-0.
Did you have? Well, you had 3, and you had none.
I had the last one.
None. I mean, did you have? You didn't have any. That's
The
right.
only team in my athletic life I didn't beat, and I played more than twice. In my athletic life, from shooting pool, basketball, running track, football, I mean, it doesn't matter.
Pool is your athletic life. Very good.
Cool.
It's a very
Side
spirited billiards player. All right.
Did you include Chuck in that one?
But anyway, you don't get the victory cigar. However, you can still get a great stick down at Blue Smoke Cigar. They are located at 120 South Peters Road. You can't miss a big Blue Smoke sign down there. You can go down, enjoy a cigar, enjoy the TVs, card tables, golf simulator, conversation, leather seating, HD televisions all over the joint. It's really nice, I'm telling you. If you're a cigar guy, and I am, get down to Blue Smoke Cigar. You'll like it if you try it out. All right. I'm going to run through some of these. Now, we don't have time for me to type all these down, so I apologize. I don't like watching television where some guy's reading his phone, but this is online, so I'm just going to read my phone, and we'll see what we got. Somebody wrote today, your entire show should be about one thing, and that is firing Butch Jones. Look, I'm not going to do a show that's 60 minutes talking about firing Butch. We've talked about it for weeks now. There's nothing else to say. John Curry's not listening and saying, what are they saying over on the Sports Source? Let's do what they say.
I just want you to plan out 6 segments or 7 segments where we talk about one subject like that, of firing, and how we would actually get through that.
Yeah, 7 segments on the same thing. So you're saying fire him. By fire him, do you mean oust him? Yes, oust him. But do you mean, I mean, it's just,
But
I
John,
get it.
everybody, people on the show might say it a different way.
Everybody wants, I mean, I get it. Everybody wants to talk about coach. Look, everybody has a list in their head. I've got a list in my head. Actually, I've got lists on paper. We're prepared to fill up that black board we use every week and talk about this when it happens. But let me tell you, for all these people, and look, I don't have 20 hours a week to fill. A lot of radio stations, they got 20 hours. If it's a 4-hour show all week long, you got 20 hours to cover. You're going to talk about whatever's out there. Me, I don't want to talk about coaching options if there's still a coach over there for 2 reasons. One, I wouldn't want someone doing that to me, and you can say, well, you're softy. Yeah, okay, fine. And the other reason is it could blow up in our face. If Butch Jones somehow, some way, I don't see it happening, but if he somehow, some way goes 8-4 and they keep him, that would have been a wasted hour today. So I would rather talk about where this program is. In addition to talking about Jones, which we did for 2 segments, I want to also talk about where this program is, because whether Butch Jones is back next year or not, some of these players are going to be back. So we better talk about who's looking good, who's looking bad, why are they looking good, why are they looking bad. So that's why we're not doing a full hour on firing Butch Jones. When they fire Butch Jones, if they fire Butch Jones, we'll do several hours on the whole thing. I will bury you in facts and stats on coaches like you won't believe. But I'm not going to do it until there's a reason to do it.
What about this, John P? What if he goes 8-4 and he resigns to take a better job? Ooh.
Yeah, I don't see that one happening.
Possibility.
Not a better job, I don't think.
Well, I'm just
but
saying.
he may try and get out of here. There's no question.
Hey.
We got people. Let me ask you this one. A lot of tweets right now. People saying bring back Lane Kiffin because he had 800 yards and 60 points last night at FAU as they beat. I don't know. Would you call them the Valdosta Onions earlier? We don't know who they played. But look, and people say, well, you just hate Lane Kiffin. I don't hate Lane Kiffin. I said when he was here, I took heat because I said he was a jerk when he was here.
Yep.
And then he left, and everybody that was mad at me said, he's a jerk. I'm like, told you so. Now they want to bring the guy back, some of these people. And like him, don't like him, it's not happening. It's not happening. The people who put their necks and money on the line, and he left them in the middle of the night after a year, left them in 2 weeks before signing day, it's not. That ain't happening. That'd be a country song if you took that woman back. That ain't happening.
And then went through rounds of interviews with the NCAA about what went on while he was here. You want to get the death penalty? That's how you get the death penalty. Bring him back.
Thoughts on Kiffin?
He's like the trophy wife. He's got the perfect offense. It's flashy. It's something that you love showing fans. It's beautiful, but it's just kind of one of those things that eventually you're going to get fed up with it. Dealing with all the
Actually, he lost the perfect trophy wife.
Well, he did do that too.
Yeah, I mean, he's a great OC, but everything else about him, you don't want I wouldn't want my son to go play with him ever.
Here's a question for overtime. if there's a firing, will the next coach ever be allowed to have a transition year, or will all down years equal firing? I think all down years equal firing now. I don't know if you saw it, Jimbo Fisher yesterday walking off the field, and guys are yelling, new coaches, and he hollers back at the fans. I mean, it has been a while. It's been 5 years since he won a national championship? I mean, loser. And he lost his starting quarterback to start the season. What a dunce.
But if you got to the SEC East last year,
Yep.
I mean, that this year would be a whole lot different. I mean, you'd still have a lot of people on the side of the fence saying we want to change, but you'd still have a lot more on the other side of the fence saying, well, he went to the SEC last year. We sure we want to do this? He can get us there. Not getting there last year is what's really hurting you.
And the thing is, you had a group that didn't want him here in the first place. They thought Gruden was coming, and they turned against him from day one, and they wouldn't have supported him no matter what. But what he did in not winning last year was you didn't build up the equity that you needed with the moderates. The people who are sitting there, reasonable, rational people, our audience. You know? I think that's the vast majority of all fans. You got some people who are saying give him a 2-year contract extension. That's a little on the sheepish side, which is the word that people like to use. To say fire him and say, I heard somebody else say it's been trash for 5 years. If you finish in the top 25, that is not trash. You can say you were disappointed. You can't say that's trash. But I think most people in the middle, that's the ones that would have been rational and would have said, okay, look, he made it to Atlanta.
Right.
But those are the ones he lost.
Exactly. You lost those and you didn't get them back. And when you struggle that next year, then that's when people can start looking and going, we're doing this when we thought we were doing this. And that's where you really you lost it for last year.
And I think your biggest problem you got now too is you got ESPN and other places. They literally had the Butch Jones stock meter during the game yesterday, where they're showing his stock throughout the game, and the point that it's become that laughing stock is not good.
No, and I thought their chart, it was CBS, and I thought their chart was a little off too. They picked weird moments as their highs and lows. As somebody who's lived through it and talked about it every single week that it's happened, I thought their highs and lows, it's been there. It's been like that, but I thought their markers were odd.